Hey everyone. So I'm gonna talk about the good and the bad of this figure right here. So first things first, the good. Uh, I just love the figure. Period. It it it's just great from top to bottom. You you do have to be careful with it, just because you don't want to scrape anything. But if you're careful enough, you'll be fine. Just follow the guide that comes along with it. Um, another a thing that's at least I considered a bad part, and I'll show you quickly. Okay, so see the lights. The purple you can kind of tell, the blue. This is right here where I'm not as happy about, because you can clearly tell this is yellow, but you can't tell what this is, and you can clearly tell what this is. Now everything else, like, you can pretty much tell what everything else is except for this one right here, and I'm pretty darn sure this is not supposed to be white or yellow. So I'm kind of confused on that factor. So there's that. And I'm just going to put this part back to where it was originally on, because, well, there. So the another bad part, which I'm not going to do now just because it takes forever just to put on, but I also don't understand why they put the batteries in here, is right here on this side and here on this side there are battery compartments that you can put in, and pretty much hold on, let me, so right here there's a light, and then right here there's a light. But the thing is, for some weird reason, this doesn't light up and this doesn't light up, which I don't understand, just due to the fact that what's the point of having battery compartments if these two things don't light up? It just doesn't make any sense. Because even with this right here and this right here, those light up. This lights up. Even like little parts right here and down here actually light up, like little bits, but they still light up. So to be honest, I don't really get the whole point of having battery compartments here if this part doesn't light up. I just don't understand it. To me, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now the head sculpt. Head sculpt I do like. Don't get me wrong, I do think that they could have done a better job with the Tony Stark head sculpt, but the hair is very well done. Obviously, the goatee, mustache, the beard, awesome, on point. On certain angles, like I said in the unboxing, you can tell it looks like Tony Stark, aka Robert Downey Jr., but it could be done better. Now, one thing that I like about this what comes with this, that should have come with the Captain Marvel figure that I got a while ago, is a screwdriver. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why do you need a screwdriver? Well, because there are certain figures that need a screwdriver to put in the batteries, so that things like this can light up. Now, and this is the annoying part, because well, as far as I know, you need a custom screwdriver, or a screwdriver that has the X at the end of the screwdriver that is the particular size. And for this one, it actually comes with it. Whereas the Captain Marvel, it didn't come with it. Now, don't get me wrong, The only part that actually needed the batteries that I haven't been able to put in yet, or that I haven't put in yet, are the arm parts, and that's because I didn't have a screwdriver, and I didn't have a screwdriver at that time up until yesterday. That could actually probably work. Now I haven't tried it yet, just due to the fact that with the amount of battery compartments for this figure alone, because you got the head part for the actual Iron Man head, not the Tony Stark head. That's one compartment right there. Then you got 2, 3, and then the back for this part right here. Then 5 and 6. That's 6 compartments for batteries. And keep in mind, there are at least 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large. The small are for the arms and the legs, and the big is for the back part that lights up this. And then I believe the medium size one was for the head sculpt for the Tony Stark. So there. Like I showed in the last video, that has the that weird like octopus type thing that comes out and stuff like that, which I put back in the box because I'm not gonna display that right now. That comes in the back part right here, and if I can, there. So you see that right here? There is a little switch right here. Now if I turn that on, you can see this is what I'm talking about. Light here, 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 and here. And then you got the front part. You got 6 or 7 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna turn that off because I don't want to waste the batteries. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. So there's one screw right here, and you need a specific screwdriver for this, which it comes with. And it comes with what's called I forget what it's called. Tweezers, that's it. It comes with tweezers. So you can clamp onto the battery and then put them in one at a time. Now be careful, because sometimes they'll squirt out of the actual tweezers and then they'll fly out. So be careful. And there's also a plastic kind of screwdriver that comes along with it, which you don't really need, because the actual screwdriver that comes with it does the job for all of them, so you don't need it. Now also, something that I didn't show in the last one, which if I can do it, I'll show you. Now don't worry if you hear that. It's not breaking or anything. It's a part that's actually supposed to come off. Just give me a second. So see, nothing to worry about, because that's actually supposed to be shown. So this is the ARC, the nanobots. It's supposed to be like the nanos tech that comes with it. So you can actually take that off. I didn't show that in the last video just because, well, 1, I forgot about it, and 2, so I didn't know about it at the time, so I totally forgot. And so yeah, just have a quick up close look at it so you can tell what it looks like. And then I'll put this back because I'm not displaying it like this. So just give me a second, and there you go. Now, the one thing I will say about the helmet that I wish they did with the rest of these clip-on things is that the helmet one that you can take off is magnetic, whereas the rest of them aren't, which is kind of annoying, but it's not the end of the world. It's just, for example, the leg ones, it's really hard to put back on. Or at least the right leg was. The left leg wasn't as bad. It didn't take me as long to put it back on, but still, it took a while. Now, don't be afraid to put a little pressure when you're pulling it. Just make sure that you're pulling on the right thing, or else you will probably break something. So that's where the guide is the most important thing in this whole thing, because and it'll help you figure out what you can and can't do with this figure. So that helps. What else? So also the one thing I didn't show you also is that the hands, the fingers can actually move. So you can see how that moved. Boom. And you can do that with all the fingers. So you got at least 3 hands that can actually move like the finger wise. Now, the one downside with this is the fact that you can't actually make it look like he's doing the whole snap thing, because as you can see, they don't even come close. I can't even get it in there. Like, I could fit my finger in, right, part of my finger in there, and it still won't, but it comes close. So I mean, that's the one close to it. I will say, be careful where you put this, because like I said, in the unboxing video, this is heavy, so be careful. Also, keep in mind when you're moving things to unlock the proper things, so you can actually do. It's like, see how that I just did that. Make sure that when you're done with doing what you need to do, to make sure that actually clips on properly, because there is a way to do it, and I think I already put it back in properly. So anyways, so yeah, keep that in mind. And there's even parts like right here and here, like, see that right there, that's little parts right there that you need to at least pull it out when you are moving the waist from left to right. You want that to be, so be careful. So that's where the actual guide comes into play. So keep that in mind when you get this figure. This is the Mark, I believe, 87 figure from Avengers Endgame, Tony Stark. It's not the damaged version, obviously, because you can see it, even though there are some damaged marks to it, it is not actually, it's not the damaged version. Damaged version, one, he has a bloody face where this one doesn't. This figure is less damaged compared to, or damaged looking compared to the other one. So, also, and this has nothing to do with figure, but the actual stand itself. So, the one thing I will say that I don't like about this is that this has come, well, it's not coming out now, but this has come out at least twice, and I don't know whether I just put it in wrong or what, but it just every so often, because of the weight of this, I think it just comes out. And also this was kind of like, this part was kind of loose, and each time I turn it to tighten it, for some weird reason it doesn't work, or it works for a little bit, and then if it pops out, then it loosens up again and you have to tighten it again. So I don't know if this is just a defect with this stand or not. I don't know. I'm not gonna ask for another stand, just due to the fact that if you just leave it in a standing pose like you should, then it should be fine. So I'm not too worried about it. Um, I will say that this stand is better than the Deadpool Dusty version from Deadpool 2, just due to the fact that it can actually move up and down, whereas that one does not for some weird reason. Um, I would say out of all the figures that I've gotten, Deadpool 2 is the for stand wise is the worst stand I ever got. And I will say, out of all the figures in the way of like face sculpts, I want to say it's kind of a tie between Hawkeye and Star Lord in the way of looking like super close, like closest enough that like you can't really complain about it. Whereas like unless you're gonna be like super nitpicky, then you can kind of complain about it. But even then, like you shouldn't. It's just not the way it is. So that's it for me. That's my first impression of Tony Stark / Iron Man from Avengers Endgame, Mark 87, the 1/6 scale. Like I said, I think in the last video, I'm really hoping to get Captain America so I can find out whether Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, can actually be held by Thor, so I can have Stormbreaker and Mjolnir in both hands. I think that would be cool. I'm not planning on getting the Thor from Avengers Endgame just due to the fact that, one, I like the Infinity War version a lot better, and also, to be honest, he's not going to be overweight in the next Thor movie, so it just doesn't make any sense to have another version of him like that. Now, he does have long hair, so that's kind of a sucky thing, but I do feel like the short hair really worked in Avengers Infinity War and also Thor Ragnarok. I don't know when Hulk will be coming in. I don't know when what's it called? The Mandalorian or Spider-Man will come in. All I know is that at least Captain America and Hulk have to come in this month at some point, hopefully, and then between this month and next month, I believe the Spider-Man and the Mandalorian will be coming in. So that's gonna be it for me. Whenever you watch this, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and like I said, hopefully this helps you figure out whether this version of Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, from Avengers Endgame is worth it for you, or is worth getting for the like this, if this is the figure that you want to start off with for the very first time. So, see ya.